Welcome to Northeastern Conference football. Lynn English entertaining Saugus. Both teams looking to put a winning streak together. Both teams trying to get to 500. Both teams at 3-4. Saugus with a little turnaround in their program. The Saugus Little League gave a little jump to athletics in Saugus, and now the Saugus football team is picking up. They're starting to get some people, even on the road, to follow them as they've picked up the tempo in Saugus. Mike Niccolo has really set this football team on fire. He's over 1,000 yards, 10-10 to be exact. And he's going to play tonight, even though they carried him out the last game. It was more precautionary than anything else, so the young man's going to be okay. He's the son of Coach Niccolo.
Kicking off for Lynn English, number 9,
Justin Johnson will do the kicking off chores.
Number 1, Mike Niccolo, and number 7, Mike Howard.
Niccolo is to the far side, Howard is to the near side. Both Mikes. They're the two deep guys awaiting Justin Johnson's kick. English kicked it up offensively and defensively last week against Salem, shutting Salem out. Justin Johnson filling in for Chris Carroll, who has a leg injury, threw 3 touchdown passes. Hodge is within, I think it's 9 or 7 yards of 1,000. We know if he gets 10, he goes over 1,000. The kick bounces around, fielded at about the 9-yard line. Niccolo starts it back, gets across the 25. Alfanos and Prunier helping out on the stop. I think it was Brian Harbaugh too.
Saugus begins 1st and 10 from the 27.
So the ball out to the 28-yard line. Rob Gannon is the quarterback. The little misdirection, trying to run wide, gets around the corner. Good defense.
Ball carrier number 2, Kevin Davis.
Good pursuit by Steve Hill.
Steve Hill.
So it was Kevin Davis had to run a long way to pick up about 4 yards.
2nd and 6 from the 32.
So he picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 32. Looked like it was going to go a lot further, but good pursuit by Steve Hill, wrapping him up from behind and knocking him down. They send 2 wideouts to the far side. I formation behind Gannon. The give to Niccolo off the right side. He runs into a bunch of jerseys. TJ Broey is one. He's the last guy getting up.
Gain of 1 on the play. 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5. Gannon will get the play from the sidelines. They send wideouts right and left. Niccolo, the deep man in the eye behind Rob Gannon. The fake, Gannon's looking to throw. Rolling out. Get a man open off the fingertips. It's a little bit behind him.
Rob Gannon, intended for number 89, Chris Benson, is incomplete.
A little bit behind him. He had to reach
At the 33.
and couldn't hold on, and Saugus is going to have to kick it away. And TJ Broey, a lineman, is going back deep. You don't usually see number 57 on the uniform of the guy who's waiting to receive the punt.
Punt for Saugus, number 33, Alex Klamarchuk. Back deep, number 57, TJ Broey.
The snap is good, the kick is away. It's a little line drive that takes a bit of a hop. Broey gathers it up and gets hit immediately.
Ball returned by Broey. Tackle away by number 4, Rob Gannon, and number 3, Frank LeConte.
Right around the 33-yard line. They're going to put it down at the 33.
1st and 10 from its own 33-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for the Dogs. They'll have it for the first time, and Justin Johnson will get his second start at quarterback. And they go shotgun. Wideouts to both sides. They fake it to Hodge. Johnson runs straight ahead and gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback, number 9, Justin Johnson.
So we got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it.
Tackle made by number 59, Anthony Malillo. No gain, 2nd and 10.
They were hoping Saugus would bite for the fake to Hodge. They sent A.C. Johnson to the near side as a wideout. I formation behind Justin Johnson. Everybody else in tight. The give to Hodge off the English right side, gets across the 35. He squeezes out a couple. They're going to give him out. Looks like they give him out to the 37-yard line. Actually, the 36-yard line. Give him 3 yards on a play to the 36.
3rd and 6.
So they need 7 to hold on to the football as A.C. Johnson comes out to the near side. The pitch to Hodge, looking for blockers. Cuts it up, gets a block, steps around. He's going to be close to a first down. He's right at the stake.
Tackle made by number 51, Anthony Brabanti.
He had to get to the 43s. Actually, they're going to give him the 44, which should be enough. Should be easily enough. They're going to measure this.
Time out on the field for a measurement.
He's got this by half a yard or more. They're a little bit off with the stakes because the line of scrimmage was the 33. He's well across the 33. But when they put the stake down, they put it almost at the 44.
11-yard stake.
They stretch it out, and he's got it easy.
First down, Lynn English. Gain of 8 on the play for Hodge. 1st and 10, Lynn English from the 44.
So they picked up 11 yards and just barely made the first down. 8 on that play, 3 on the play before. That puts Hodge over 1,000 yards for the year. A.C. Johnson will go to the far side this time. Everybody else in tight in that I formation. They fake the pitch, looking to throw. Behind the defense is A.C. Johnson. They went for the fake. A.C. Johnson blew by the cornerback. He was 10 yards behind, and J.J. Johnson hit him in stride.
56 yards.
Picture perfect pass from J.J. Johnson. So Johnson and Johnson Incorporated gets English on the board. You saw that play developing. They faked the pitch to Hodge. When they looked to pitch to Hodge, everybody came up. A.C. Johnson blew by the defense. By the time they realized they couldn't recover, and Johnson hit him in stride down the sideline, and he walked in alone. Capping off a 67-yard, 4-play drive, and it's 6-0 as Johnson and Johnson combine. They combined for a long touchdown pass against Salem last week. Now they'll send 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Shotgun for Johnson with Hodge with him. They like to sometimes throw the screen to Hodge in this situation. They give the quick pitch to Hodge. Looking to go to the far side. He runs in easily.
2-point conversion run by number 2, Derek Hodge. Makes the score, Lynn English 8, Saugus nothing.
So just like that, English gets on the board. And they're on top 8-0 on the picture-perfect pass play. Justin J.J. Johnson to A.C. Johnson.
Johnson to kick off for the Bulldogs. Back deep, number 1, Mike Niccolo. And number 7, Mike Howard.
So we have 2 Lynn running backs going over 1,000 yards today. Michael Johnson did it earlier here at Manning Bowl. for Lynn Tech. Derek Hodge on his first 2 carries does it and gets that out of the way. And now Justin Johnson gets the left foot into it, drills it, bounces around. They're going to watch it go out of bounds.
Flag is an illegal procedure penalty against Lynn English.
So they're going to re-kick.
5-yard penalty and a re-kick.
They could have taken it at their 30-yard line, but they're going to let English kick it again 5 yards further back. A rare, extremely rare Saturday night game for English, even though its starting time is 5 o'clock with daylight saving. It looks like it's midnight. Johnson will do it again. Niccolo and Howard back deep. He drills it over everybody's head, in and out of the end zone. Now they're saying, I think we should have taken it at the 30. So they didn't take it at their 30. They could have. They have him re-kick, and Justin Johnson nails it. Kicks it in and out of the end zone, and Saugus will start from their own 20-yard line. We played 3.5 minutes, just about. A little bit less. 9 seconds less. Here in the first period, English struck quickly. Now Saugus has to play catch-up. The pitch to Niccolo. Turning the right side. Gets gang tackled out there.
Stop by number 57, TJ Burley. Gain of 4 on the play. Second and
Broey,
6.
Matt Camo is out there as well. They get out to the 24. So it'll be 2nd down and 6. Wideouts right and left for Saugus. Gannon with the fake, looking to throw, is in trouble. He's going to have to tuck it away and run with it. And he gets hit and knocked back.
Ball kicked by quarterback Rob Gannon.
Jared Wallace.
53, Jared Wallace.
They lose back to the 22. Actually, they're going to move it back to the 23. Now they move it to the 24. It was almost like pitch till you win with the official putting the ball down. He put it in 3 different places. So it'll be 3rd and 6. Gannon trying to throw, and he couldn't. Steve Hill forced him to tuck it away, and then Jared Wallace put him away. They send the wide out to the far side with 2 tight ends. Gannon again looking to throw. Throws it downfield. English ran the best pattern. Almost intercepted by Hodge.
19, Mike Caruso is incomplete. 4th and 6, Saugus at their own 24.
So English defense does the job, and Saugus will have to kick it away again. Again, it's TJ Broey, standing just inside his own territory at about the 47-yard line.
Number 57, TJ Broey, back deep for English.
So English could get good field position. They could get great field position with any kind of a run back. The line drive kick again. It's going to take a bit of a Saugus bounce. Now it's touched at about the 47-yard line.
Komarchuk's punt down by number 3, Frank LeConte.
They're going to put it at the 46.
Lynn English will start 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line.
That's one of the cases where the official throws that beanbag, and wherever it lands, that's where he puts it. We'll guess right about there. So English has it for the 2nd time here in the first period. They lead 8-0. A.C. Johnson is in the slot as a wing. They give it to Hodge. Flags.
Ball carried by number 2, Derek Hodge.
I don't think I've ever seen an official throw the flag that high. The official threw the flag about 30 yards in the air.
Penalties, illegal motion against Lynn English.
They want to know if they want to take the penalty or the play.
Five-yard penalty. Remains first down.
So they should put him back at the 41. It'll be first down and 15.
You're doing well over there. Huh? You're doing well. Don't listen to me, I'm wrong half the time. What's that? Don't listen to me, I'm wrong half the time.
They go wing right with Hodge. And they bring Hodge back to the left side. Breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, drags people with him, still dragging people with him. Outstanding run by Hodge.
Tackle made by number 7, Mike Howard.
Looked like he might gain a couple. Instead, he gets to the 47-yard line.
Gain of 12 on the play. Second and 3.
They actually put it down at the 46-yard line. So he gains 13 yards on the play. So they need a couple. O'Mara is going to come up short.
Number 33, James O'Mara.
They're going to give him back to the 46.
Third and 2.
So third and a couple from the 46. Wing right as the pitch goes to Hodge. He cuts it up inside, sees daylight, gets inside the 40, stays on his feet, still going, gets inside the 35, and picks up the first down. It was geared to go right. He saw a hole open up, put down his head, went straight ahead, and dragged some people with him as he gets to the 33.
Gain of 13 yards on the play, and a first down for Lynn English at the Saugus 33-yard line.
So first and 10 for the Dogs. 3:20 and counting left to play here in the first period as Justin Johnson brings the play from the sideline. They go double wideouts to both sides, shotgun. A.C. Johnson will go in motion to the far side. Johnson looking to throw the quick out to A.C. Johnson. He gets hit and knocked down as he gets to around the 30. They're gonna give him the 30-yard line.
Second and 7.
It'll bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Dogs. Johnson went in motion and just hooked up as they try to clear that side with the wide receivers. And they wind up double wideouts again from the shotgun. Now they have Fiore in motion to the near side. Johnson looking to throw fakes, looking to throw it deep, going down the sideline. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Great throw by Johnson. Brian Ring made a great catch. Johnson threw a perfect strike where nobody was going to get it.
14, Saugus nothing.
Johnson threw a perfect pass down the sideline, and Ring made a great over-the-shoulder catch, and just got a piece of the pylon to get into the end zone. And English has doubled their pleasure. It's now 14-0, and they'll go for 2. Johnson goes in motion to the far side. Justin Johnson throws it inside. Nice catch. Matt Prunier.
2-point conversion. Making the score Lynn English 16.
So English has been perfect on the touchdowns and the conversions. They've run 9 plays. They've scored 2 touchdowns. Justin Johnson is perfect, 3 for 3 for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. Can't have a much better start than this. They've shut Saugus down.
Justin Johnson to kick off. Number 1, Mike Niccolo, and number 7, Mike Howard.
Niccolo and Howard go back a little bit deeper now. They're standing back at their 5-yard line off that last kick by Johnson. Saugus was bringing them up around the 15-yard line. The line drive bounces around, bounces over the head. They're looking to see if it'll go in the end zone. It doesn't. They got to pick it up. And Niccolo is going to be buried inside the 10. So Justin Johnson is doing it all. He kicked it out of the end zone that time. Howard and Niccolo were standing around saying, please go in the end zone. We don't want to have to run this one back. They finally realized they're going to have to pick it up.
Saugus will begin 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line.
So Saugus buried on the scoreboard, trailing 16-0 in the first period. Now they're buried back deep in their own territory. Back at the 9. And let's see what they opt to do here. I formation, 2 wideouts to the far side. They give to Niccolo. He runs into a host of English jerseys.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 10.
Gerard Pitcher, along with Edward Owen Finch and Jared Wallace, all in on the stop up front. Trying to get outside is Niccolo. He breaks it, steps inside, and gets knocked from behind. Be a nice little move to deke inside.
Number 77, Tim Hall.
And it was TJ Broey, number 57.
From the 29.
So Broey with the tackle from behind as he gets out to the 29. And that's the first down of the ball game for Saugus, and it comes with just over a minute left in the first period. So Broey saved that from being an even longer run. Inside handoff. Squeezes out a couple, and that's Edward Owen Finch.
Ball carried by Chris Benson. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8.
It's a rare carry by a number 89. We don't see that very often either. Now he lines up as a tight end as they go I formation behind Gannon. The gift to Niccolo. Orfanos just blew in and wrapped him up. Wallace helped him out, but Orfanos made a great play. And they're going to lose back
Loss of 2.
to the 29.
3rd and 10.
So another big third down play for Saugus. And we won't get a playoff, I don't think, before the end of the period. That's going to be the end of the first period.
First quarter with the score. Lynn English 16.
So English defensively shutting Saugus down. They have 1 first down on the 20-yard run by Niccolo. But English has struck quickly. A 56-yard pass, Johnson to Johnson. JJ to AC. Made it 6-0. Hodge took care of the conversion, made it 8. And then Johnson combined for a 30-yard touchdown pass to make it 14-0. And then he hit Prunier in the end zone for the conversion to make it 16.
Rain the first touchdown. Rain the touchdown. The second one, yeah.
So picture perfect pass play, the first one with Johnson beating the defense on a good fake on a pitch to Hodge drew everybody up near the line of scrimmage, and A.C. Johnson just blew by everybody and was all by himself. The second one was a picture-perfect pass. Justin Johnson just laid it up, and Brian Ring, with the over-the-shoulder to catch, just got inside the pylon for the touchdown. And it's 16-0, and Saugus has a big play here. It's 3rd and 10 for the Sachems. Wideouts to either side. The wing goes in motion to the near side now. Gannon dropping back, looking to throw. In trouble. Is going to take off and run with it. He avoids a tackle, avoids another tackle, and dives. He's going to be short, I think. Good effort, but he's going to come up short of the first down. He was running for his life. And they're going to need, if they're going to measure this, he's going to be at least a yard shy. Maybe closer to 2.
Time on the field for a measurement.
Gannon made a great move. He avoided a couple of tackles, got hit, and dove forward to try and get extra yardage. But I think he's at least a yard and a half shy. It may be even 2 yards shy. But Saugus, I think, was the one that asked for the measurement to see how far they have to go. I can't believe they would go for it here. It's not even close. It's at least 2 yards as he gets out to the 37-yard line.
We have 8 on the play. 4th and 2 for Saugus at the 37.
And they can't do anything but kick here. A.C. Johnson's going to go back deep. So a good individual effort by Gannon, but he just came up shy.
I don't know what they were looking at.
So now we're set.
Alex Klomarchuk in the punt for the St. Joe's. Back deep for Lynn English, number 5, A.C. Johnson.
Johnson may be a little too far back. They haven't been kicking the ball that far. And this one goes very high and very short. It takes an English bounce and rolls back to about the 47-yard line. English will have good field position again.
Punt down by number 42, Kyle Cornell.
So English will have it at their own 47.
It's 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line.
And he'll try to make it 3 for 3 touchdowns and possessions. Mike Bransfield, the center, leads them out. Wide receivers to both sides, doubled up. Justin Johnson from the shotgun. The little pitch to Hodge, looking for blockers out in front. We got a flag on the play. And it's going to be one of those crackback blocks.
Flag down the play. Flag is holding against Lynn English.
So give Hodge to the 49 of Saugus.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Actually, give him to the 50. So give Hodge 3 yards on the play and then penalize him back to the English 40. And it's going to be 2nd and 17. Again, they go shotguns with wideouts all over the place. The little toss out to Fiore, and he caught it on one knee. So he's only going to gain a yard or 2.
Johnson's pass complete to number 3, Scott Fiore.
He had some room. They get out, we'll call it the 42 and give him 2. So they need 15. He had a lot of room to run, but he slipped as he caught it and his knee went down, and that was the end of the play. The toss to Hodge. Cuts it up inside, breaks it to the outside. He's loose down the sideline. They'll bump him out of bounds, but he gets good yardage and a first down into Saugus territory. So they went student body right, and Hodge got around the corner. Down to the 34-yard line. 24 yards and a first down.
24 yards in the play. First and 10 Lynn English from the Saugus 34-yard line.
Saugus is going to take a timeout.
Timeout called by the Sachems.
$16-0 Lynn English, 8:56 left to play here in the first half. They struck quickly. They've only run, prior to this possession, they only ran 9 plays, but they scored 2 touchdowns. So Justin Johnson picking up right where he left off last week. His first start last week against Salem, he threw for 3. And now he's getting close to that now because he's already thrown for 2. Both of those coming in the first period. Oh, they whistle him back in. English now lines up in a double wing motion. They hand it off to A.C. Johnson. Cuts it up inside, cuts it back to the middle, and ran into Mike Niccolo at the 25-yard line and stopped abruptly.
Second and 1. Ow.
That quick stop is what gets you. So 2nd and 1. They give to Hawes. They run it to the right side. Trying to get outside. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Stays on his feet.
Hawes the ball carrier. Knocked out bounds by number 4, Rob Gannon.
Those are the things you can't teach. He was supposed to get stopped at the line of scrimmage for either no gain or maybe a loss of a yard. Instead, he gets it out to this. He gets it. The ball in between the 16, 17-yard line. We'll call it the 17 and give him 8. So 1st and 10. First time we've seen English in the double wing. They gave it straight ahead to O'Mara, and he bust. Oh, it looked like he was going to go in. Just got an ankle. Just got an ankle and got a hold of him. At about the 2 is where they're going to put it.
First and goal in English from the 3.
So the ball is at the 2. Again, they go double wing. This is something new. Justin Johnson with the quarterback sneak. Goes in for the touchdown.
Hit by the quarterback, number 9, Justin Johnson for a Lynn English touchdown. 2 yards. Making the score, Lynn English 22, Saugus nothing.
So they stay perfect, 53 yards in 7 plays. Justin Johnson didn't throw for it, but he ran for it. And now we got T.J. Broey with Prunio holding.
Kick by number 57, T.J. Broey is good. Making the score, English 23, Saugus nothing.
Are we sure that's not Matt Curtis?
That's what I got on here.
I understand what they got there, but there's no one. He hasn't played at all. He's not hurt, and he's been involved in a whole lot of plays. That's got to be Matt
Gotta be
Curtis.
Curtis.
It's got to be Matt Curtis.
He didn't tell me any difference, so.
No, I mean, the program says Broly, but
Somebody will tell us.
yeah, but I'd rather find out before the game is over.
Did Curtis change numbers again?
I'm looking at, I know it says TJ Broly on my program, but I want to say that that number 57 is Matt Curtis. We haven't called his name at all. From the 5-yard line, this is Howard trying to get outside. Good coverage by English.
Number 7, Mike Howard.
Charles Owen, along with Brian Ring and Matt Prunier, all in on the stop.
Saugus begins 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line.
Those defensive plays and the extra point that's kicked, I want to say that that's number 57, Matt Curtis, because we didn't get any word that Matt was hurt. He wore number 1. And I have to think that that might be Matt Curtis. He's playing right over the ball, and it certainly looks like Matt, so. Niccolo cuts it up inside. Owen Finch was being blocked. He just reached out and got a piece of Niccolo, and it took him down
63, Edward Owen Finch.
as he gets to the 26.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
So 2nd and 7 with coming up on 7 minutes left here in the first half, and English cruising at 23-0. They send Howard the wide out to the far side, 2 tight ends in that I formation. They give it to Niccolo back against the grain. He gets loose, takes on a couple of tacklers, and he's difficult to bring down. Alfanos wrapped him up, finally got some help as he gets out to the 36-yard line.
10. First down Saugus from their own 36-yard line.
Two first downs for Saugus, both of them picked up by Niccolo runs. They send Davis to the near side. The quick hitter off the right side. That's Niccolo again. Gets out to the 47.
Tackle made by Chris George.
Actually, put it to 48.
Gain of 12.
So 12 and a first down as they're at the 48-yard line. Quick hitter left, quick hitter right. Results in back-to-back first downs for the Sachems. Davis to the far side, Howard to the near side. Gannon gives it to Niccolo. Bounces off the left side and not going to go anywhere. And we're going to say it's Curtis, 57. Along with Alfanos and Gerard Pitcher. They lose a yard to the 47.
2nd and 11.
So 2nd and 11 with 5.5 minutes and counting left here in the first half. Two wideouts, to the near side. Gannon rolling that way, looking for protection, lets it fly. He's got a man wide open in English territory. Complete to Mike Caruso. He was wide open, and Gannon bought himself time rolling right. And they get it down to the 38-yard line of English.
Gain of 15 on the play, and a first down for Saugus at the Lynn English 38-yard line.
So 3 first downs in 4 plays. Saugus trying to get something going here. Trying to take some momentum into the locker room. They trailed 23-0. It's been all English. 4 first downs for Saugus. 3 of them have come on this drive. And 3 of them in the last 4 plays. Davis in motion to the far side. And that's going to be motion, I think, against Saugus.
Flag down before
Gannon was going to roll left, and whoever was pulling with him started to pull a little bit too early.
Penalty is illegal procedure against the Sachems. 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15.
They move it back to the 43, so it'll be 1st and 15. Caruso to the far side, Davis to the near side. The tight end is to the near side. The quick hitter inside, and they get wrapped up.
Benson the ball carrier.
Edward Owen Finch wrapped him
On
up
the tackle.
for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 15.
So it's 2nd and 15. Owen Finch getting good penetration, just wrapping him up. Gannon with the keep. Rolling, lets it fly. He shot hops. Caruso, the intended receiver.
It was incomplete.
He looked like he was betwixt and between. There was some room, maybe I could run, maybe I should throw, and he wound up shot hopping it in front of the intended receiver. It'll be 3rd and 15. And they lost a half a yard putting the ball down. Another big play for the Sachems. They need 15 yards. Gannon dropping straight back, letting it fly.
Gannon's pass.
Overthrown.
Number 7, Mike Howard, is incomplete.
Brian Ring
Play by number 80, Brian
was the
Ring.
closest man to the football. And it's going to bring up a 4th down.
For the Sachems at their English 43-yard line.
And I would assume they're going to kick it away here. Still 3:37 left. You don't want to give English this kind of field position. Although they're talking to Gannon, the quarterback, they may be going to go for it here. They're leaving Gannon in. They send Davis and Howard and Caruso to the far side. Gannon rolling to the far side, looking, still looking, under pressure, has to get rid of it. He dumped it off, short. Niccolo trying to run for the 1st down, is going to get taken down.
Pass complete to number 1, Mike Niccolo.
A.C. Johnson made the stop shy.
Now by number 5, A.C. Johnson.
So they had to dump it short. They were looking to go long, but he didn't have enough time to look down there. Good pressure by English.
1st and 10, Lynn English from their own 31-yard line.
We'll call it the 31-yard line. It's just across. So they picked up 12. They needed 15. And English will take over with 3:24 left, leading 23-0. And they get the football to start the second half. So everything looking up for the red and gray. A little handoff, and this is going to be holding, I think, against English. Johnson's going to lose yardage. Saugus will probably, I think Saugus will refuse this one. They lose to the 28.
The flag is holding against Lynn English, decline, loss of 3, 2nd and 13.
So 2nd and 13 for the Bulldogs as they tried a little reverse. They hand off to Hodge, then they hand off to Johnson, but Saugus stayed home and made the defensive play. And they'll take the loss of 3 yards and the down. Johnson looking to throw. Dumps it outside. Short yardage.
To number
Steve Hill.
Taken down by number 3, Frank Laconte, and number 64, Ryan Murphy.
They're only going to pick up about a yard to the 29.
Gain of 1, 3rd and 12.
So they still have a long 12 yards to go as we got 2:30 and counting left to play in the half. So A.C. Johnson tried to go deep and draw everybody and hope that Hill could slip underneath. Double wideouts to either side. Shotgun for Justin Johnson. Looking to throw, plenty of time. Over the middle, it's picked off at the 36-yard line. Down the sideline. Clear sailing down the sideline. Going to walk in.
Johnson's pass intercepted by number 64, Ryan Murphy. Returned 36 yards for a Saugus touchdown. That makes the score Lynn English 23, Saugus 6.
So the first pass that Justin Johnson doesn't complete to a Bulldog, he completes to Saugus's Ryan Murphy, and he had clear sailing down the right side. There was nobody there, and he just got inside the cone with the pursuit from English coming. And Saugus gets on the board with 2:02 left.
Down. That would be the right person to have heard.
And we got an English player down at the 1-yard line.
It's Curtis, I think.
So just like that, Saugus couldn't get it done on offense. They get it done on defense. Matt Curtis trying to make a touchdown-saving tackle. Hit hard the turf, and he's gingerly making his own way off the field. Tough kid. Certainly one of the better players in the Northeastern Conference. Only a junior, and he's going to have a lot of schools looking at him. Saugus will look to go for 2. They send Davis to the far side. Niccolo, the deep man in the eye. They fake it to Niccolo rolling. They dump it off wide open in the end zone.
2-point conversion by number 33, Alex Klamarchuk.
Alex Klamarchuk.
Flag down on the play.
The flag, I think, is against English. So that cuts it to 23-8. Personal foul against English. It'll be on the kickoff. So
The flag is personal foul against Lynn English. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. The conversion stands, making the score Lynn English 23, Saugus 8.
this might not be a bad time for Saugus to try an onside kick, since they'll be going to kick off from about midfield. With 2:02 left, they got a little momentum from that interception. Actually, they kick off from the 45-yard of English, so if you ever have a time for an onside kick, this might be it. We'll see what they want to do. Anthony Babanti.
Number 51, Anthony Barbanti, will kick off for Saugus. Back deep for English.
I think he's got to be related to my classmate at St. Mary's, Charlie Babanti.
5, Casey Johnson.
Who was a pretty good football player for St. Mary's back in his day. And is in the St. Mary's Hall of Fame, so They kick it deep, and they're going to watch it go in and out of the end zone.
Caravaggio's kick goes to the end zone for a touchdown.
So English will get it at the 20-yard line.
It's 1st and 10 from their own 20.
I thought they might squib it, look to see if they could make something happen. Instead, they just kicked it deep. So English will run a play, and then we should get the 2-minute warning. The pitch to Hodge off the right side. Again, he just carries people with him. He runs hard.
Carrier knocked out of bounds by Murphy and Niccolo.
He got across the 25.
Gain of 6. 2nd and 4. At the 2-minute warning.
They actually mark it at the 27-yard line. So give him 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3. They go wing left, the pitch, and that's going to be motion. English got to jump. They try to get out there a little bit quicker.
Penalty is illegal procedure against the Bulldogs. 5-yard penalty. 2nd and 8.
They move it back to the 22. So it'll be 2nd and 8 with 1:53 showing on the scoreboard clock. English has some timeouts, but I think they wait maybe until they get out near midfield to make sure they are able to do something. Wideouts everywhere as Johnson goes to the shotgun. They let it fly, looking for Fiore. It's picked off at midfield. Mike Howard.
By number 7, Mike Howard. Saugus will have the ball 1st and 10 at midfield.
So Saugus will have it at midfield with 1:46, and they get a chance to get back in this and get a lot of momentum going in at halftime. Looking for Fiore, try to throw it up. Fiore had about a step, but that's a long way to throw it. The line of scrimmage was the 22, so he had to throw it at least 35 or 40 yards in the air and then throw it to the sideline as well. So that's an awful tough throw. And Howard made a great defensive play. Caruso and Davis to the far side. The tight end is to the near side. Gannon rolling to the far side, looking, lets it fly, looking down deep. Picked off and dropped. Hodge had it and couldn't hold on.
Gannon's pass intended for number 2. Kevin Davis is incomplete. Broken up by number 2, Derek Hodge. 2nd and 10.
1:39 showing on the scoreboard clock, and we would think that that would be just about right because they've got time now to wind it down if it's not, and they're not doing that. So we're going to assume that 1:39 is the time that's left. Howard to the near side. 2 tight ends now for Saugus. The give to Niccolo. Runs straight ahead and gets about 5.
Niccolo the ball carrier. Tackled by Chris George.
Saugus takes a quick timeout
5.
as Niccolo picks up 5.
3rd and 5. Timeout called by the Sachems.
So that play only took 7 seconds. And I'm sure we're talking 4 down territory here with 1:32 left. They went for it before at the 43, so the 45 isn't that much worse. Howard to the far side, Caruso to the near side. The tight end is to the far side. Gannon dropping straight back, looking over the middle. He's got Caruso for a first down.
Number 19, Mike Caruso.
He gets to the 35 for a pickup of 10.
And a first down
So they have it at the 35. They're winding the clock. Caruso and Howard go to the far side. The tight end is to the near side. With the man in the slot, that's Niccolo. Rolling, Gannon. Over the middle, throws it behind the intended receiver. Breaking to the middle was Caruso.
Gannon's pass for Caruso is incomplete.
And Caruso tried to reach back as he was sliding and couldn't make the catch. So it'll be 2nd and 10 with 1:07 showing on the scoreboard clock. Two tight ends as they go wide out, far side. Again, the delay to Niccolo, running it straight ahead. Nice job. Good defense by Owen Finch, wrapped around the ankles.
Gain of 1, 39.
Clock is stopped with 1:01 showing. Howard goes to the far side. Caruso to the near side. Niccolo in the slot to the near side. Gannon rolling to the near side, looking to throw. Going to take off and run with it. Looking for the sideline, gets bumped out of bounds.
Ball came to the quarterback, Rob Gannon.
It looks like he's shy of the first down.
57, Matt
He needed the 25, he got to the 26. So he picked up 7. It's going to be 4th and a yard.
Gain of 6. 4th and 2.
So the ball just shy of the 26-yard line. Inside the 25, they need to get to the 25. So they need a yard. If they turn the ball over, the stake is at the 27, so English will gain a yard. Gannon with the quarterback sneak falls forward for a first down.
Quarterback sneak.
Inside the 25, Saugus calls a quick timeout.
Timeout called by Saugus. Gain of 3 yards on the play, and a first down for the Stations at the Lynn English 24-yard line.
Back interceptions, and they move the ball here. The short passing game has worked for Saugus. They haven't really been able to go deep. English has. Double wideouts to the near side. Gannon rolling to the near side, looking to throw. Has time, fakes once. Now he's going to take off and run with it. Look for the sidelines to get out of bounds. Inside the 20.
Knocked out of bounds by number 69, Chris George.
2nd and 4, and we still have 43 ticks left on the clock. Gannon will bring the play from the sideline to the huddle. Howard and Davis go to the far side. Caruso is the tight end to the near side. They fake to Niccolo. Gannon's going to get run down. Actually lost the football. There's a flag on the play. They may be going to call him for intentional grounding. Edward Owen Finch did a nice job of tackling him. This is going to be intentional grounding.
Against Saugus.
So they're going to lose to the 26 and then the penalty besides. So one of the two referee teams has to go to the rule book and find out what's going on. But they lose 8 yards to the 26-yard line. Still 35 seconds left. Wideouts to either side. Gannon dropping straight back. They were trying to set the screen up to Niccolo, and English played it very well, and Gannon's going to be overrun.
Ball carried by Rob Gannon.
Gerard Pitcher was trailing him from behind, tracking him down. Got to go into the end zone. So they got time for one play. 23-8, English on top. Saugus trying to take advantage of their second straight interception. But a couple of sacks. And now Gannon's got to go to the end zone because they can't do anything else. Dropping back unless there's a penalty. Lets it fly, looking in the end zone. It's knocked down by Hodge.
Gannon's pass.
And that should do it.
Intended for number 7, Mike Howard, broken up by number 2, Derek Hodge.
So that was the last play of the half. English gets, they score on their first 3 possessions of the half. Justin Johnson, 2 touchdown passes, and he's run for 1 to account for the 23 points. It's 23-8 English at halftime. Welcome back to Manning Bowl. John Hoffman along with Kim Connors, bringing you Lynn English football. English with a 23-8 lead. And they gave away some points on an interception run back by Murphy. Ryan Murphy of Saugus got them on the board after English scored on their first 3 possessions to jump out to a 23-0 lead. Justin Johnson throwing 2 touchdown passes, catching 1. Saugus had 75 yards rushing, 37 yards passing, and 6 first downs for a total of 112 yards. English had 102 rushing, 92 passing, 7 first downs. Derek Hodge had 79 yards on the ground. Justin Johnson was perfect. He was 5 for 5 for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. And now it'll be Babanti kicking off. In the direction of Hodge at the 14-yard line. Starts it straight upfield, stops, stutters, cuts it back against the grain, gets across the 35 to the 36, maybe the 37. And that's where English will put it in play as we start the second half, out at the 37-yard line.
Lynn English begins 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line.
A.C. Johnson comes to the near side. Bryson is a tight end to the near side. The give to Hodge, bangs it to the 40-yard line. They'll give him 3 yards to the 40.
Tripped up by number 89, Chris Benson. Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
So we're underway in the second half. English with the football, leading 23-8, and they'll have it 2nd and 7 from the 40-yard line. They go wing left. The pitch to Hodge running that way. O'Meara gets a block. Hodge steps inside the block and gets to about the 43.
Taken down by number 4, Rob Gannon.
So he gets about 3 more to the 43.
Gain of 3 on the play.
3rd and 4
and 4.
from the 43. They keep everybody in tight. The give to O'Meara, bounces it to the outside, down the sideline, picked first down and a lot more.
33, James O'Meara. Knocked out of bounds by number 4, Rob Gannon.
Into Saugus territory at, looks like the 43-yard line is where they're going to put it down.
Gain of 14. 1st and 10 for Lynn English in Saugus territory at the 43-yard line.
So Jim O'Meara, the fullback, gets the call and picks up 14 yards to the 43. And it's a first down for the Bulldogs. They hold on to the ball and move the chains. They go wing right. And they run it back to the left, and Hodge runs into a stack of bodies and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Anthony Malillo was on top.
Ball carrier.
So no gain on the play.
No gain. 2nd and 10.
They wound up with the wing to the right side, trying to get Saugus defense thinking right, and they ran Hodge back to the left. And Saugus didn't bite. There are a lot of white shirts waiting for him. E.C. Johnson goes to the near side. They split the backfield now behind J.J. Johnson. Looking to throw the quick out to Johnson at the 40. Makes a couple of steps, gets around one man, sidesteps another, and dives forward. They almost got a face mask. Nice move. Not only catch the pass, but he made a lot happen after he caught it. They get down to the 25-yard line.
Gain of 18. First and 10, Lynn English at the Saugus 25.
So Johnson over 100 yards, and he's perfect. He's 6 for 6. The pitch to Hodge. The kickoff blocked by O'Mara. Looking to turn the corner. Too many white shirts. He might have got a yard to the 24. Just no room at all. Nowhere to go. They'll give him the 24.
Gain of 1. Second and 9.
A.C. Johnson is a wing to the near side. They actually go double wing. Johnson in motion to give to O'Mara straight ahead. Flag on the play, and that might be motion against English.
The ball carrier. Flags down.
They went to that double wing. I think everybody moved.
Flag is illegal shift against Lynn English.
They gain yardage, so they'll move the ball back.
5-yard penalty.
They move it back to the 29. So it'll be second down and 14. They need the 15-yard line for a first down. Clock is running with 7:20 left here in the third period. Two tight ends with A.C. Johnson out to the near side. They fake the pitch to Hodge. Johnson looking to throw. Lets it fly. A.C. Johnson waits for it. Ducks under a couple of defenders and dives in the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Johnson's pass complete to number 5, A.C. Johnson. 29 yards. And a Lynn English touchdown. Making the score English 29, Saugus 8.
Johnson threw it up. A.C. Johnson had to come back to it. Made a great move back to the football. He caught it, and as he caught it, he ducked under two defenders and then dove the last yard or two into the end zone. So a very nice play after he caught it to do something with it. English is back on the scoring track. They go 63 yards in 7 plays. And they've scored with both first possessions, the first half and the second half. Pruney will hold, and Matt Curtis will look to kick the extra point. Pruney handles the high snap, and the kick is good.
57, Matt Curtis is good. Making the score Lynn English 30, Saugus 8.
So 30-8. They bit the bullet on that second interception at the end of the half and didn't allow Saugus to get in and cut it any closer than 23-8 at halftime. And now they extend it by going up top. Johnson to A.C. Johnson. Second time they've got together. First one was for 56, this one for 29.
Number 9, Justin Johnson to kick off for Lynn English. Back deep to receive for Saugus. Number 1, Mike Niccolo. And number 7, Mike Howard.
So English held the ball for just over 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 4 seconds. The line drive boot, again, is go in and out of the end zone. That's quite a weapon.
For a touchback. Saugus begins 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
So from the 20 is where Saugus will put it in play. And Justin Johnson kicked one out of bounds. Since then, he's kicked all of them deep, one down to the 1 yard line, pinned Saugus deep, and 2 in and out of the end zone. So that's a great weapon. Saugus will start from their 20-yard line. Davis goes to the far side. 2 tight ends in the I formation setup. Niccolo, the deep man, behind Gannon. Niccolo gets the carry. Orfanos wraps him up as he gets maybe to the 21. Niccolo had 67 yards in that first half. So it'll be 2nd and 9. For the Saugus Sachems. No longer do you take Saugus lightly. They've really played well. They went down to Gloucester and lost only 14-7. Gave them a game and a half. And they've been very tough on opponents. The little delay. Niccolo gets across the 25. It's out to about the 27-yard line. 6 yards, it'll be 3rd and 3 as George Bryson and Orfanos wrap him up.
3rd and 3.
George Bryson is 4. Eric Bryson is 42. They need 3. They fake the delay to Niccolo. Gannon is going to take off and run with it. Matt Curtis is going to bring him down, but I think he made the first down, though. He made the first down, I think. He got across the 30.
Gain of 4 yards on the play, and a first down for Saugus
so
from the 31.
It looked like he was going to go a lot further before Curtis knocked him down, but he did make... Actually, the ball's just about right at the 30-yard line. So give him 3 on the play and give him a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. The wideout comes to the near side. I think it was Benson in that maze of players.
Benson, the ball carrier. Stop made by Curtis and Orfanos. Gain of 1.
Gets to the 31. So it'll be 2nd down and 9. The wideout goes to the far side. Saugus with the 2 tight ends. They give it to Niccolo off the Saugus right side across the 35
Ball carried by Niccolo.
to about the 36. So give him 5 on the play.
3rd and 5.
The ball is at the 36. They need to get to the 40. So it's 3rd and 4. As he picked up 5 on the play. The 2 wideouts come to the near side. Gannon rolling to the near side, being chased, in trouble, dumps it off, broken up by George Bryson.
Intended for number 7, Mike Howard is incomplete.
Mike Howard actually became a defensive
George Bryson.
player on the play. Howard went
4th and 5 for Saugus.
over George Bryson trying to knock it away so Bryson wouldn't intercept it. So he actually became a defensive back on that play. So it'll be Matt Curtis going back deep.
Number 33, Alex Klamarchuk in the punt. Back deep for Lynn English, number 57, Matt Curtis.
So we were saying TJ Broey all the way through for 57 because that's what the program says. But it's got to be Matt Curtis. Kick is high and short. People trying to get out of the way. It takes a little bit of a Saugus bounce to the English 41.
Klamarchuk's kick down by number 2, Kevin Davis. Lynn English begins first and 10 from their own 41-yard line.
3:05 left to play here in the third period. English comfortably on top, 30-8, although that's probably not the feeling on English sideline till the game is finished. No lead is ever comfortable with coaches. But the way the defense has been playing, they've really done a job shutting Saugus down. The give to Hodge, coming right, looking for a block, getting around the corner. Good job by Hodge getting around the corner before he's finally pushed out of bounds.
Knocked out of bounds by number 4, Rob Ginn.
He just laid back, waited, watched his blocks, cut inside, cut back to the outside. Finally get all the way down to the Saugus 39-yard line.
20. First down in English.
Actually, they're going to put it right at the 40-yard line. So he picks up 19 on the play. That puts him over 100 yards as he picked up 19 to the 40-yard line. It's Hodge again off the left side.
Ball carried by Hodge. Stop made by number 64, Ryan Murphy.
Got a couple to the 38.
And number 51, Anthony Barbanti. Gain of 2, second and 8.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Dogs. Justin Johnson getting a workout, going to the sideline after each handoff or pass and getting the next play and bringing it back to the huddle. A.C. Johnson stops, trying to cut inside. No room. Saugus struck it out well. Back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
No gain. 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8, and English will send in their core of receivers. They'll go 4 wideouts and go shotgun. As we're winding down the third period. Now, motion to the near side by Fiore. Justin Johnson looking to throw. Is going to take off and run with it. Clear sailing straight ahead. Still on his feet. Breaking to the outside. We're going to get a flag against English. He's going to go in, but it's going to come back.
Quarterback drawing number 9, Justin Johnson into the end zone.
Give Johnson to the 20.
Down on the play. Clipping against Lynn English.
So give English 18 to the 20-yard line. Give Johnson. Give him a first down, and it's going to back him up from the 20.
Yards from the start of the foul. Remains 3rd down.
So give Justin Johnson 18 yards on the run. Give English 15-yard penalty, moves it back to the 35-yard line. And they need about 6. Johnson just took off. He's a big boy. You hit him high, you're not going to knock him down. You try to arm tackle him, forget it. Dropping back, setting up the screen to Hodge, and Hodge can't hold on.
Justin Johnson's pass intended for number 2, Derek Hodge, falls incomplete.
That was set up perfectly, and Justin, with all the pressure, had to throw it a little bit higher than he wanted to, and Hodge couldn't go up and get it. It's going to bring up a 4th down from the 35. And I don't think you're going to see English punt from here. So English sees 6 points taken off the board on Johnson's touchdown run. Would have been his second. He's passed for 3, duplicating what he did last week against Salem. And he still has a quarter plus to go. From the shotgun. Same play, this time they get it off. Hodge. And they were waiting for it. He gets inside the 35.
Johnson's pass complete to number 2, Derek Hodge.
They only pick up about a yard. Saugus waiting for it. They're going to get
10 from the 33.
So they only picked up 2 yards on the play. So Saugus hasn't had the ball much. They've only had 6 snaps in this third period, not counting a punt. And they'll get the ball back with 1:07 left. Wideouts right and left. Nicola was in the slot. The little reverse, not fooled. Alfanos with a nice defensive play.
Tackled in the backfield by number 22, Mike Orfanos.
Alfanos was not fooled.
Loss of 5.
They lose back to the 28 for a loss of 5. And this could be the last play of the third period. Double wideouts to the far side. Nicolo, the deep man behind Gannon in the eye. Gannon looking not going to get it off. Matt Curtis just blew through, and Gannon didn't even know he was there.
Backfield by number 57, Matt Curtis.
So he loses back to the 21.
Loss of 7.
They're not going to get the play off. Saugus had 4 yards of offense and 1 first down in that third period.
At the end of the third quarter, Lynn English 30, Saugus 8. Third.
And now they have it 3rd and a half a mile from their own 21-yard line. So English doing it on both sides of the football. And Alfanos having a game and a half. Gannon rolling, looking over the middle. Eric Bryson pounding the turf. He was the nearest one to the football. They threw it between Matt Curtis and Eric Bryson. He was looking for Davis, and had he caught it, he would have been short of the first down anyway. So Saugus will have to kick it away to Matt Curtis, who's standing just at midfield. So without any kind of a run back, English is going to get good field position.
Back deep for Lynn English, number 57, Matt Curtis.
They handle the snap, the kick is away. Curtis is going to let it bounce. Saugus will cover it at about the 44-yard line of English.
Down by number 2, Kevin Davis, at the English 45-yard line. First and 10 Bulldogs.
So English will have it at their 44, 1st and 10. Hodge will get a breather on offense. George Bryson. And we got new quarterback as well.
Now a quarterback.
Matt Griffin.
Number 8, Matt Griffin.
This is Bryson getting around the corner and then gets overrun as he gets to about the 47. So leading 30-8. Gary Millay is going to get some players some playing time. They move it out. We'll call it the 46 and give him 3.
Second and 8.
The wide out to the far side. Hodge tucks his head and gets just into Saugus territory.
Gain of 4.
The ball at midfield.
3rd and 4.
So it'll be 3rd and 4 from midfield. He's just content to run the clock here. Alex Salzman is the center now, taking the place of Mike Bransfield. This is Hodge again, bouncing into a stack and getting to the 48.
Ball carried by Hodge. Gain of 2. 4th and 2.
4th and a couple.
The Saugus 48-yard line.
A.C. Johnson will go to the far side. Hodge is the deep man in the eye. Griffin there. And we got a flag. I think somebody from English got down and then moved.
Ball started against Lynn English. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
So we move it back to the English 47. Under 9 minutes left as they pitch it to Hodge, looking to go to the right side, looking for a block, gets around the corner, down the sideline, going to get bumped out shy of the first down.
Knocked out of bounds by number 28, Rodney Malloy.
So Saugus will take over
Gain of 5.
at about their own 47-yard line.
Over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line.
So the ball at the 47-yard line of Saugus. He got 6 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 Saugus from the 47. I don't think we'll see Mr. Hodge again. He had 119 yards rushing. Justin Johnson, 141 yards passing. 3 touchdowns, and he ran for 1. That's a pretty good evening's work. Niccolo, the ball goes to the ground. It takes a pretty good bounce as it gets right back to him.
Recovered his own fumble.
They're going to lose the yard back to the 46.
And George. Gain of 3.
They lose a yard on the play.
Loss of 1.
Sorry.
It'll be 2nd and 11. That was a pretty good bounce because when he lost it, it bounced right back up to him. The way the football bounces, it could have gone any place. Steve Murphy, the wide out to the far side. The delay to Niccolo off the left side. He's loose. Breaks a couple of tackles and gets inside the English 40. Picks up a first down to the 38-yard line.
Gain of 16. 1st and 10 Saugus at the Lynn English 38.
So Niccolo needs 6 for 100. And the clock is running with 7:45 and counting. Saugus with their first unit still in there. English put their reserves in on offense. Niccolo with the carry gets tripped up.
Niccolo to carry.
Jim O'Meara.
Ismail Bernaval.
Jim O'Meara got an ankle and tripped him up as he gets
Gain of 1.
just about a yard. Didn't even get a yard. Call it no gain. It'll still be 2nd and 10 as the ball still is not touching the 37-yard line. Caruso to the far side, Davis to the near side. Niccolo off the left side. Just stays on his feet, still driving forward, looking for extra yardage down to the 30. That's going to put him over 100 yards as he kept those legs driving. And Orfanos comes up limping. Let's hope he's going to be okay. They can't afford to lose him. He's been outstanding on defense. So he picked up 8 on the play. Davis to the far side. Gannon can't get it off. He wiggled away, can get it off. It's caught and dropped. It would have been a first down, too.
Chris Benson is incomplete. 4th and 3.
Matt Curtis again just blew through and looked like he had Gannon for a loss. He just was able to wiggle away and get the pass away, and it was almost, it would have been a first down if it was caught. So 4th down play coming up with 5:52 showing on the scoreboard clock. Gannon dropping back, looking to throw. Throws it underneath and short hops the intended receiver. And that'll turn the ball over the Bulldogs. Caruso trying to come back and make a diving catch. And couldn't.
Caruso. English takes over on downs. 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line.
English well over 300 yards of offense with 5:46 left in the ball game. Saugus only has 139. They have 102 yards rushing, and Mike Niccolo has 102 yards. Needless to say, he did not get all of the rushing yardage, but he got all of the net yardage because Gannon has been sacked. But big third period by English when they held Saugus to only 4 yards of offense. Alex Menendez with the carry.
Ball carried by number 30, Alex Menendez. Gain of 1.
At the 31, it will be 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. And right now, the only enemy they have out there is the clock. You just want to see 5 minutes run off the clock and celebrate a victory and get to 500. And English moved, and that's going to cost them 5.
Ball starting against Lynn English. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
And that was one of those starts the quarterback hadn't even gone under center when they moved. So the ball back at the 26. It'll be 2nd down and 14. There you go. Double wideouts with Griffin in the shotgun. Handles the low snap. Does a nice job handling the low snap. Lets it fly. It's going to be picked off at the 47-yard line. Davis with the pick. Cuts it back to the left side and gets it down to about the 20-yard line.
This pass intercepted by number 2, Kevin Davis. Return 27 yards. First and 10 Saugus at the Lynn English 20.
So it hung up a little bit. Davis was a wide receiver. Ran a nice pattern. Cut in front in the center of the field at the 47-yard line. Picked it off. Returned it 27 yards down to the 20. And Saugus will try to get on the board for their second touchdown. 30-8, English on top. They scored the first 3 times they had the football, and they scored the first time in the second half. Wideouts right and left. The delay to Niccolo off the left side. He pulls people with him as he gets to the 15, maybe inside. They're going to give him the 14-yard line for a pickup of 6.
Second and 4.
Mike Niccolo only a junior. Rob Gannon only a junior. Mike Howard's a junior. Kevin Davis is a junior. So this is a young team that's brought respectability back to the Saugus football team and trying to bring a little bit more this year. $30-8. Justin Johnson has thrown 3 touchdown passes, 2 of them to A.C. Johnson. He ran in one from 2 yards away for a touchdown. And he's thrown 6 touchdown passes in 2 games since he's taken over for Chris Carroll with that leg injury. The pitch to Niccolo, going right. Picks up a first down and more diving. Are they going to give it to him? They're going to give him the 1-yard line.
Inside the 1-yard line.
So
First and goal, Saugus from the 1.
give him 13 yards. And he's now the leading rusher in the ball game. And of course, that's because English took their starting offense out of the ball game a long time ago. And they'll have it at the 1. First and goal. Niccolo gets the carry.
Over the top for a Saugus touchdown.
He's in.
Making the score. Lynn English 30,
Didn't get in by much, but he didn't need much.
14.
So they take advantage of the interception, the short field, 20 yards in 3 plays. The big one, actually 3 runs by Niccolo, 1 13 yards. He now has 122 yards rushing. Saugus has their second touchdown. So that one against the defense, the first one came up with special teams. So the first touchdown English is given up in 7+ quarters. And that's Niccolo running in the conversion.
Niccolo in for the 2-point conversion, making it 30-16.
So they cut it to 14 points with 3:34 left, and you would have to think they'd be looking for an onside kick here to try and get the ball back. Giving it to English. English will just run some precious time off the clock. They've got to try and get the football back if they want to have any opportunity to get back in the game. English leading by 14, and we might see the first unit back in there for the Bulldogs. Saugus left their first unit in, and they took advantage of their third interception. This one thrown by Matt Griffin. The other two thrown by Justin Johnson. The first interception was run back for a touchdown.
Deep for the Bulldogs, number 2, Derek Hodge.
The second one got them down close at the end of the half, pushed back by a penalty. Time ran out on him. And then the third one was the one just a while ago by Davis with the 27-yard return that got them down at the 20, and Niccolo on 3 carries took it in. So they've reduced the lead to 14 points. And there's the onside kick bouncing around, picked up. And it's going to be run back for a touchdown. Eric Bryson.
Onside kick recovered by number 42, Eric Bryson.
He picked it up at the 43-yard line.
Flag down on the play. Bryson returned the kick 55 yards to the end zone.
We got flags down. I thought he could return it a while ago. In the touchdown is good. It's a personal foul against English.
Flag is a personal foul against Lynn English.
So Bryson,
Stands,
57 yards.
making it 36-16.
So just like that, the momentum is taken away.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Lynn English.
English is going to be kicking off from their own goal line.
Yeah.
So the 57-yard return by Eric Bryson. He scooped it up and went right down in front of the English bench and just ran it right down the sideline. Saugus, everybody going for the ball. There was one line to break. As soon as he broke the first line, got by the first man, there was nobody there. And he ran it down for the touchdown.
Someone gets tossed.
And English has got the second unit in there looking for 2. And they're not going to get in.
The 2-point conversion attempt fails.
Now
Score remains Lynn English 36, Saugus 16.
Alex Menendez with the try. And they stuffed him up. So 3:23 left, just like Saugus trying to get back in it. They cut it to 14 points. Looking for the onside kick. Up pumped the devil, and Eric Bryson picking it up at his own 43-yard line. And once he got by one white shirt, there was nobody else there. They were all going for the ball, and he went down the sideline, 53 yards. And now, I'm not sure what this is. I thought the penalties were against the Bulldogs. They're lining the ball up at the 30-yard line of Saugus. So I'm not sure what this is. They pointed in the direction of English penalties, but it was 2 penalties against Saugus, not English.
Can he kick a field goal?
So they're going to kick it from the 30.
Can they kick a field goal?
I don't think I've ever seen a team kick off from the other team's 30-yard line. And I've been around the game a very long time.
Number 9, Justin Johnson to kick off for Lynn English.
English, if this isn't a pooch kick, he could kick this out.
Through the end zone.
He could kick this to Boston Street, the way he's been kicking
The
them.
goalpost for 2. It might get the goalposts. It's good.
I think he was looking for a hot dog stand, trying to get it in the concession stand. Saugus will take over at their 20-yard line. So that was kind of bizarre.
Nice field goal.
Saugus is going to send their second unit out there now. I think Mike Plunkett is going to be the quarterback. I wonder if he's related to Jim Plunkett.
He'll probably go to Stanford then. becomes number 10, Mike Plunkett.
So from the 20 is where Saugus will put it in play. English takes a timeout. They're trying to get players.
Timeout with English.
They want to make sure everybody's on the field and everybody gets some playing time. And they're shuffling players in and out. And out.
Have you played yet? Can you go down and play? Have you been in yet?
The thing you have to worry about here is how many guys you have on the field. You got to make sure you don't have 13 guys. You also want to make sure you don't have 8. I think that's Mark Nerrick, who has the job of getting people in and out on the defensive end. And with 3:23 left, he may have the toughest assignment, the toughest 3 minutes in football, trying to get everybody in the game and some kind of playing time. So now we're finally set. They get out to about the 24-yard line. There's a flag, and that flag is thrown about 30 yards in the air. Against English, they get out to the 24.
Ball carried by number 28, Rodney LeBoy. Gain of 4 yards in the play. The flag is spearing against Lynn English, 15 yards and an automatic first down.
So we move it out to the 39. I think both coaches are saying, let's run that clock and get out of here. I think the officials are too. Getting loose on the quick opener down the right side. Stephen Maddox. As he gets inside English territory down the 40-yard line. So he picks up 21.
And a first down for Saugus at their own English 40.
The quick hitter off the right side, and he took 2 steps. He was in the backfield, in the secondary, and was loose down the right side. And being tripped up.
Ball carried by number 12, Joe Bruce.
Peter Holy made the stop for English. Holy, a name that people that follow English football will know. The Holy family has been big contributors to the English football program. 3 wide receivers to the near side. The pitch running to the near side. And that's Brian Bingham with the stop. As they get to about the 37.
Gain of 3, 3rd and 7 at the 2-minute warning.
So 2 minutes left in the football game. They send double wideouts to the far side. The tight end is to the near side. Plunkett rolling to his left. Lets it fly off the fingertips of the intended receiver. That was Steve Murphy.
Intended for number 5, Steve Murphy, is incomplete. 3rd and 7.
Running to the right side.
Ball carried by LeBoy.
Molaka Kabongo
Gain of 5, short of a first down.
and
Lynn English takes
Brian
the first down.
Harbaugh
1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line.
making the hit. And as he got to the 32, coming up a couple of yards shy. Saugus is going to take a timeout as they try to make sure they have Hodge picking up 26 on the ground, and then Justin Johnson going 30 yards to Brian Ring for the score. And then Johnson went to Matt Prunier for the two-point conversion. It was 16-0. After shutting Saugus down again, they went 53 yards in 7 plays. A 24-yard run by Hodge. O'Mara went 15 yards to get it to the 2, and then Justin Johnson ran it in from the 2. Matt Curtis kicked the extra point. It was 23-0. And then Ryan Murphy intercepted a pass for Saugus and ran it back 36 yards for a touchdown.
5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Gannon went upstairs to Alex Klimachuk for the two-point conversion, and out we were at halftime 23-8. English came out with their first possession and went 63 yards in 7 plays. O'Mara picked up 14. Justin Johnson to A.C. Johnson for 18. And then the two Johnsons combined again for 29 yards and a touchdown. Curtis split the uprights again. It was 30-8. And then in the fourth quarter, after an interception of a Matt Griffin pass by Davis, set them up at the 20-yard line. Niccolo had 3 runs for a touchdown, 20 yards. He went the final yard for a touchdown to make it 30-16. And then with Saugus trying to get the ball back with the onside kick, Eric Bryson scooped up the football at his 43-yard line and ran it 57 yards for a touchdown to make it 36-16 as the clock is winding down, and that's going to do it. So Justin Johnson has another big day for the Bulldogs. He passed for 3, ran for 1. He threw for 141 yards. English had 318 yards of offense. They mixed it up. 177 rushing, 141 passing for an 11 first downs. They held Saugus to 149. A lot of those were against the second unit. They held Saugus to only 4 yards of offense in the third period, and that kind of put the game away right there. And when Saugus cut it to 14 points, Bryson put the exclamation point on with the 53-yard kick return for the touchdown. The two of the better halfbacks in the league put on a little bit of a show. Hodge with 119 yards, and he played sparingly. He sat out quite a bit, especially in the third and fourth periods, after getting 79 at halftime. And Niccolo stayed in there with the first unit. He picked up 122 yards and one of the 2 touchdowns that Saugus got. So a big day by the Bulldogs. They make it 2 in a row. They get back to 500. They're 4-4. Saugus will slip a little bit lower. They drop to 3-5 as English wins it 36-16. So we hope you enjoyed it. For Kim Connors on the camera, I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time on TV 15.